What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Top 5 at 5. We got Mr. Dave, Back Alley Toys. How's it going, Dave?
Rocking and rolling and ready to hear Boston Mike's Top 5 at 5.
Then, of course, you guys should know the one, the only Mr. Boston Mike. How's it going, dude?
It's going super, man. I get to hang out with you guys, talk about toys. I mean, what else can you ask for?
I know, man. It's a way to start off your day.
I like how you did that, too. It's going Superman. Get it? I love Superman, dude.
Love it.
So, you know, when I play poker on virtual reality, every time I jump in my table, I'm always doing this.
Oh,
it
yeah.
works. Wait, there we go.
Do you guys still play the Oculus, the virtual?
I do.
I don't. Like, Rachel plays the fishing game when she plays, but she plays more than I do.
Yeah. I love the poker, man. It's relaxing.
I have the fishing game and the poker game, and then I have that Arizona Sun or something. It's that zombie game.
Okay.
Oh, I never tried that.
Dude, it's really good. It doesn't really hit my because like a lot of the games hit my motion sickness sensor.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you, man. I get all nauseous and shit.
But that one is like open world, but you play it. You could co-op it.
Oh.
And you're in a zombie apocalypse, dude, and you like search for like items and food and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But you use like the transport thing on it, and it doesn't give me motion sickness. I love it, dude.
Oh. So this video is brought to you by Arizona Sun on the Oculus.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm pitching it because I'm like, you guys want to play with me? All right. My bad.
Right. Anytime, and I'll play anytime.
There we go.
I'll play some other places.
All right, Mr. Mike.
Let's kick right into it. Let's
go. Right? It's Friday, guys. It's Friday.
I don't know which one to start with.
It didn't matter, man.
Everyone knows I collect Simpsons and G.I. Joe, right? I love all my Simpsons and I love all my G.I. Joes. So it's hard to find my top 5 favorite. But I'm going to start with this one because I just got this one for my wife for Christmas. And I was ecstatic when she got me this. Because she thought about me. And it's autographed by the Sarge themselves, the Jojo. Love the Sarge. I don't know if it says love because I can't read. But this looks like it's from Brazil. This one, I want to say Brazil or Mexico. Doesn't matter. It's just Sarge and Slaughter autographed. And I love the Sarge. It's one of my first Joes when I was a kid, but look.
What year?
The fact that she thought of me. I can't read Spanish years. It doesn't actually have a year, but I'm going to say 1984, 85.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of carded Joes too? Like a lot.
I have 2.
Joes?
I have this one and a Destro. I'm against carded because what happens when he breaks the O-ring and it just falls apart, just sitting there, you know?
Oh, does that happen?
Oh yeah, I've seen them in graded toys. I've seen it happen in graded figures where the O-ring would just snap, just from dry rots and.
Wow.
That old rubber, man.
That old rubber doesn't stick.
That's I didn't know that happened if they were like still in. I didn't know the deteriorating process would start yet.
So I know the answer to this, but for everybody else, Sergeant Slaughter's not your favorite G.I. Joe character, correct?
Oh no! You know what? I like how you did that. It falls right into. This was my first sideshow bought from my wife. Man, that woman has supported me more than I can imagine. Jesus. I guess I got to give back something to her. Wait, I gave her 3 kids. That's good, right?
Yeah.
So this was my first. This was my first sideshow, and it was Destro. I've had this one. I want to say, 2015. She bought me this one, and he's been in my collection ever since. I got him about 6 or 7 different ones now.
I remember when you got that one.
Oh, I was like a little kid getting Nintendo, like when you got Nintendo for Christmas, or when Dave got my buddy for his first Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I love this Joe. I mean, the articulation. Hey, look at this. That's what I'd show in Hot Toys with a sick. The gun racks. Look at that. It racks. What's the point of a toy to rack? But it doesn't matter. They're like, we're gonna rack it anyways.
And
he was one of.
You said that Is that one's in your lineup? And it's also, is that your favorite G.I. Joe character?
Yeah, Destro's my favorite. So I can't really show you right now because I'm redoing it. But in one of my Joe cabinets, I got a whole shelf honoring Destro. So it's every Destro I've ever gotten, had. I don't think there's any Destro I need. I might need one European famous Destro, Crossbones he's called. But that's about it.
Mike, just send me a picture and I'll show everybody. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, I'll get to it today. Because I'm redoing my Joe section, so everything's blocking it. But I will do that today for you.
Nice. For the viewers, man. For the viewers.
That's why I do it. I want to keep going with G.I. Joe. This is a shocker.
When did that Sideshow one come out again?
I want to say 2008 or 2009 they started doing the Joes.
Okay.
2010 it says on his stand, but I remember seeing him online before then.
And that's a 1/6 scale figure.
1/6 scale Sideshow, yeah.
That's cool. Bam, 2 Joes back to back on the countdown, baby.
Oh, it is. I got to do it, right, Craig? I mean, I am a Joe fanatic.
You got to show everybody, man.
It's an ongoing joke between Narc and I.
Yeah, because when I first met Boss and Mike, every time like somebody would come into the store, it'd be like, "Hey, look, I really like him. I got the tattoo."
Yeah.
Well, I gotta explain my first love. I mean,
but it's so funny because you wouldn't say anything. You just point and like.
Yeah. And you like G.I. Joe?
Wait for the clap.
Yeah.
Like waiting for everyone.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Bam.
I like when people like they'll be like, "Hey man, do you remember Goosebumps?" I'm like, "Do I remember Goosebumps, dude?" I'm like,
"Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I do."
Kind of.
Yeah.
I like that, Dave. I like that. That's real love. Knox, what's your toy love? What's your turtle love? Or
I can't show on stream, man. It's in not a spot that I can share.
I don't know. I've been in the showers at a gym with you, buddy, and I'm impressed, but no tattoos.
Do you have any tattoos, Craig?
Just this one, dude. Just my star. I got that when Gavin was born. That's
okay.
one. I should probably get 2 more for my other 2 kids.
Yeah.
Do that.
Are you just gonna get 2 more stars?
No. I have an idea.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I just need to do it.
I mean, it's now. I mean, all of the creators and artists and stuff that we know. I mean, that you could have anybody to design anything at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I remember my first tattoo was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a small little shop. Nobody really went in there, and it was all you had to pick one out, and he could do it, trace it on you. Now you got guys that are like just super skilled.
Yeah,
and they freehand most of their stuff. It's crazy. Nice.
All right, look.
This is number 3.
Number three. I got it. It's people are gonna disagree with me, but I freaking love this Serpentor. This G.I. Joe classified Serpentor.
That's a great piece.
I saw it. Well, it was one of the toy fairs. It was, they started showing it, and I was like, I gotta have that because he is my top 5 favorite Joe. But when I got this, it took me about 2 hours to sit there and play with it. I was just looking at every little detail, sword, staff. I mean, this thing is intense, and it weighs a good amount. I mean, it's probably about a pound right here.
What's the price point on those?
He was 60, but now he's up there again because he's hard to get.
He's like
$1.25. I see it on shows.
Wow. So he's one of the hard ones to get, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say he's a tough one to get because you could only order him through Hasbro.
Okay. Oh, so he was the one of the exclusives? I didn't know that. That's probably why I haven't seen much of him.
Oh no, the box was awesome. I mean, look at his chariot.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Let's see the back. Yeah, dude. That's all.
I tried to climb up there, but I didn't fit.
No.
It looks really good. And you know what else I appreciate about it is that it's like the perfect size to still be displayable. Like in terms of that vehicle, so to speak. Because so many times, like if things are just too big, as much as like you love it, you just can't collect it because it's like, what am I going to do with that? You know? And I've gotten into so many figures and then had to get out of them because I just was like, oh, I don't have the space.
Now, I'm not up with the classified news and stuff, but have they announced like a Zartan with a sled or anything like that?
I haven't seen one, so if anybody has seen one, let me know.
That'd be cool if they did that.
Yeah, that would be.
Because I had that Zartan and that sled when I was a kid. Like that's one of the Joes I had.
Yeah.
Zartan and then the twins. Like the twins were my favorite.
Zaymar and Tomax.
I remember I didn't have that many Joes as a kid. I liked G.I. Joe, but my only real memories of them is having a Sergeant Slaughter and the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter crossovers. Yeah,
those are cool. Those have gone up in price.
I know they've always kind of been up there. Those are the ones that I'll probably collect. And not to go too deep down that, but like with the classifieds and stuff, one thing I've found, and me and Craig were talking about it recently, is that like with collecting, with the group of friends that we collect with, it's I feel like Mike has the Joes, so if I want to see Joe's stuff, it's like, oh, Mike's already collecting them, I don't need to collect them. You know what I mean? Craig is starting his Universal Monster shelf, so I don't feel as much of a need to collect them, because if I need to fill that void and see that, I'm just going to look at Craig's stuff. So like with our friendships, I feel like your guys' collections are like my collection, and you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Really. I felt that way about Goosebumps because I was going to start getting into that a little bit, but I was like, Dave has it all, and like, I want to see it, or if I want to dabble my toe in it, like, you know, I can get a little some dabble my toe.
Yeah.
Get pieces or whatever. Dabble my toe. Greg.
Dude, no, I dabble my toes very much. But like if you ever need to feel like you need to get a Goosebumps fix, you just come over, you hang out in the shed, and you flip through the old books and stuff like that, and that kind of like fills that need. So that's like another part of the toy community that I really love. It's like we all kind of have our things. And some of them cross over because it's like, oh, I love that too, and I need to get that too. So, but we all very much have our sole focuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what's great when we go. All of us go picking, because I just watched Craig's recent video, and everyone's like, I don't know how you guys could pick with a bunch of guys. It's easy, man. Craig collects Turtles, He-Man. I don't mess with them. I collect G.I. Joes. They don't. They call me over. Hey, we got some G.I. Joes. I don't think we've ever fought for an item. Now, me and Peepito is a different story.
You and Eric, yes.
Me and Eric are a whole new level. We do it on purpose.
Yeah. Which guys, to Mike's point, stay tuned. Boston Mike and Eric's videos are coming up here very soon. Nice. I think, what do y'all got, 2 or 3 in the can?
2 or 3 in the can, ready to roll.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed your last one. That was a fun one.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was fun. Yeah.
All right, I think number 4.
But yeah, that
number 4.
That was 3, right?
Yep.
That was 3. Yep.
Yeah, we're about to move into 2, but just to not leave the conversation too far, I just want to talk about it real quick. Is what you were saying, like hunting together, is a lot of people feel that way, where they have to go alone because like they're looking and they don't want other people getting stuff before them. But I really never feel that way, and it's like kind of an unwritten rule for me with toy collecting, and especially with people like us who will buy lots in order to help fund our own collection, and we also do it as somewhat of a living. You know what I mean? To me, an unwritten rule is if you're going in and you're doing that kind of stuff, if you're going in on a bulk lot, like you have to at least have the opportunity to include that other person, unless it's something like that is very specific. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's like, hey, you gotta throw it out with that group. Like, hey, you want in, you want out. Like, it doesn't, like, I don't know.
And I mean, to your point too, like with myself and Mike and myself with Ed and Greco, like when we buy big lots, we do a draft. Yeah. And 1, it's a lot of fun, and 2, it's the fairest way I think you could possibly do something like that.
It's fair, but it's still in the back of your head. You're like, mother just picked up a last 17. Jeez, Christ, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But no, I'm with you. It's all fairness. I love it. Instead of us fighting over who gets what, let's put it in the draft.
Yeah. Except Greco takes way too long. Way too long.
Oh, Greco looks at each figure, has to look them up.
Does he do that? Does he look
Oh,
them
dude.
up?
Dude.
Yeah. I love it.
Love you.
Sometimes
this one's worth $250, and this one's worth $450, but I like this one.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Now you got to go for it, man. It's got to be a time draw. You got to.
Yeah.
We never thought about that. I think next time we'll put them on a timer. What do you think? I like.
Yeah.
That.
I think you got 60 seconds on the clock. That's it.
Yep. And then turn off Wi-Fi for Greco.
Yeah.
That'd be a great video.
Yeah, like it's just based off knowledge, baby. You either got it or you don't.
But what's cool, I mean, before we move on to wrap that talk up, like even at the end of our drafts, we will still trade each other.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I love it, dude.
Usually everybody gets. It's fair,
I would love to do a conversation with with us three and maybe the Attic Invaders as well at some point, and just kind of talk about like friendship and toy collecting etiquette and like how we kind of view things, and like all the way from newer figures, vintage figures, finding things together, finding things separately that may be of interest to the other person, because like Mike and you both do it for me all the time, where it's like, if you find a good deal, you could obviously make money on that deal, but before you put it anywhere else, you always offer it up to me first. And I do the same thing, where it's like, okay, yeah, that's a $70 whatever, but I can get it for $15 right now. I'm going to pass the love on because this is the little toy community circle that we live in, So I'd love to do a thing, but we would talk forever. Exactly. Bam. Yeah. So Craig and I, that dark is it just dark turtle or dark wing turtle?
Dark turtle.
Okay, yeah. So that's a Donatello dark turtle with like a Batman inspired look, and that's a loot crate that I missed out on, and I really wanted that one because the Sewer Heroes line, the vintage line, is some of my favorite turtle stuff, right? I missed out on that one. Obviously, it's an immediate like 100 plus, and at one point I think it was riding the 200 range.
Yeah, it was.
But it's a 100+ figure, and I'm like, I want to open it. Do I want to spend $100 on a NECA just to rip it open? But I have that is also a $100 piece that me and Craig are going to be able to trade, where he got that one for a good deal, I got the creature for a good deal, and now it makes sense, Yeah,
we're both happy.
Yeah. Awesome. All right,
cool.
We're going to talk about that forever. So we'll do a separate stream. If anyone's interested about that, we'll do a separate video on that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number two.
I'm down. Number two. This is a good one.
Oh.
You remember how excited I was when I got this?
I was there.
This is my godfather, Marlon Brando. A third party company, I think, but doesn't matter. It is the Godfather himself.
That was at the G.I. Joe show.
Yeah, one of my favorite of all time movie characters. He was just the greatest.
You kind of look like him too.
You were just sitting like him, right?
Yeah.
I wish. It's Marlon Brando. Look at it. Came with a little bottle of like, what is that, Louis the 14th? Yeah, like whiskey. Came with a nice candle. It's basically his whole office setup.
Yeah.
You can see his chair. Look how detailed his chair. I'm very careful with him. Don't worry. Some guys don't open their Hot Toys sideshows, whatever I do. Look at that chair, man. That chair is just intense.
I cannot imagine. So those like figures like that and figures like Hot Toys and stuff, they're hundreds of dollars right off the bat. Now, they give you quality boxes or whatever, but I cannot imagine not opening them. To me, you're paying that escalated value, like to display it kind of like a statue or something like that. Like, I cannot imagine dumping $300 into a figure that, like, especially if it's new, that I'm not opening. Vintage, I get, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you haven't seen The Godfather, you're I don't know what to tell you. It's one of the greatest cinematic movies. To me, it is. Yeah, so great. And I've seen The Godfather. I couldn't even count how many times, and I could keep watching and watching it.
You have all the Godfather knowledge, like more than anybody else I know.
I have.
We'll be able to and he's spitting all these like theories and like stuff. It's crazy. That could be another talk.
Yeah, we have so many talks we do, but that, my friends, is a solid number 2.
Solid. What do you got for an honorable mention?
I got one more, don't I?
Well, you do, but do you have?
The honorable mention is one that you.
I do. All right. So, my pet monster.
Oh, Dave just got a little hot.
So what's great about the My Pet Monster, number one, I got it when I was a kid, and I would ride my bike or run through the neighborhood up and down the street like this with an arm on my shoulder. I remember like it was yesterday. He had the handcuffs, so he would stay up there. I'd ride my bike with my pet monster, and I love the thing. So as I got older, disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. So in the last year or so, I've been trying to get him back. Dave, thank you. And I didn't. I've been trying. I got one. It just didn't look right. It was all messed up. The nose was like up in the air like this. Then, of all people, my mother got one in a lot she bought from a lady, and she gave me My Pet Monster again. So technically, this is the second My Pet Monster given to me by my mommy.
That's awesome.
It means a lot. It means a lot to me.
Oh, that's a really cool story.
Yeah.
So your mom hunts toys too?
Yeah, they've been doing it for about a year and a half now. They do toys and video games. They do the flea market up north. I think I gave them that bug, coughed on them, and gave them the bug to hunt toys, and I helped them out whenever I could.
And they have some of the knowledge now, like with that lot that she bought, like she made the decision on her own of like I'll spend this much or whatever.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I taught him the old comps. You got to check eBay. Check those eBays. You don't want to overpay for something.
Not asking prices, but the comps, people.
Comps. And when I had my store in Massachusetts, my dad worked for me, so he knew a lot of my,
routine.
Hustle. Yeah, my routine, my hustle and bustle. How to sling the plastic and the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Really cool. All right, man. How hard was picking number 1?
It was tough. I mean, I have a lot of cool toys, a lot of cool pulp culture stuff. Was it a couple of days ago you told me we were going to do this? I'm sitting in my garage looking around. Should it be G.I. Joe? Should it be Simpsons? I just couldn't make a decision. And then it hit me. I looked over to my left, and my, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them I only have left is Pops.
Wow. Okay.
But this one's
Topanga, baby.
This one's special. Ooh, it hasn't been opened since she autographed it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Love always, Danielle Fisher Topanga. Now, Narc was with me with this day, the day I got this sign. How starstruck was I, bud?
You were shaking, dude. You were nervous.
You know me the longest. Do I ever get nervous?
No.
She made me so nervous.
I've seen you nervous twice, and that was one of the times. The other times was our first day of filming.
Oh, we all were.
Only 2 times.
I was extremely nervous for that. But yeah, this is my number 1 favorite toy because she signed it for me. I had the biggest childhood crush on her. I mean, who didn't? But I also got Corey from Boy Meets World autograph, but who cares about him? Nobody cares.
No,
I got this.
Dude, the Savage Brothers are. I mess with them. I like them.
I love the Savage Brothers. Little Monsters.
Dude, Little Monsters is the thing that I think about like all the time.
Yeah.
It's got Fred and Ben Savage like both in it. And to me, like that blew my mind. That like not only do you have one kid that is like very talented and good at this, but like you just bang out 2. Like what, dude?
Yeah.
Like
they're in the same movie together.
Yeah,
that blew my mind as a kid too. I was like, that's crazy. Their kid from Wonder Years is in a movie with his brother. That's crazy.
And they both of them were able to have sitcoms at different times talking about like Like
Growing up.
coming of age stories.
Yep.
Like both of them. The Wonder Years is freaking iconic. And
Yeah, dude.
what's her name? Wendy?
Oh,
Wendy.
Wendy Cooper.
Woo! Yeah, exactly. And then
Yep.
you have Topanga. So like Fred's got Wendy, Ben's got Topanga, and it's just like,
yep.
And they were both super successful. Like, what is that?
Yeah, and they're just telling the story, both of them,
And
as as they grew up, like you said, coming of age.
Yeah.
And like the last episode, spoiler alert for Boy Meets World, it's Corey, wrapping it up and like telling the story to, was it his daughter, like in the front yard or something like that?
Yeah. And
Something
then they did Girl Meets World, right? Did that run for a while?
Yeah, that was on Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried.
Yeah.
Just wasn't
Rachel
enough to
Bella
wasn't
was.
enough to Topanga in it.
Yeah.
Not even close.
It was that. I mean, that's a hard thing to emulate. Like the like what they did with the Wonder Years, and that story took place like over in the 60s, correct? Like 50s into the 60s. I would say it starts off in the 60s because I think it starts off with the Vietnam, like one of the neighbors passing or being killed in Vietnam. But like the time periods of when they were like that show came out in the 80s, but the time periods that Boy Meets World and the Wonder Years does, I think, is easier to tell stories than present day stuff.
Yeah. It was really cool with a Boy Meets World because you had freaking Mr. Feeney was Kit from Knight Rider. Like,
yeah,
like that's Kit.
I love it, man.
Boy Meets World was awesome. Oh, they also did remade Wonder Year too. Remember?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
Did they really?
They did.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, I think it was pretty short lived.
Was it like? Was it the Wonder Years like a remaking, like or did it follow like?
It was a remake,
like a new family.
It was a total.
Just a new family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same time period.
Yes.
Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. They did it. They did it.
Just like a money grab, trying to hit it nostalgia, but it's just like they did it great the first go around.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Like Fuller House and Girl Meets World, I understand that because it's just like here's the next generation.
Yeah.
That 90s show now.
That 90s show, yeah.
Right.
How do you guys feel about that 90s show?
It's okay. I like Red and Kitty like the most.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, but I do think they did a good job at pulling the right things from the 90s, like the Alanis Morissette song when she sees out the window.
Kevin Smith's
Clerks, like their little stabs. I think they did a good job. So that's what kept me watching, honestly. But yeah,
they're talking about doing a that 50 show with Red and Kitty when they were younger.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
That's
so we'll see.
Funny. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'll watch it.
They would have to get like the right actor and actress for it, but to pull them off because they're so iconic. Like that'd be hard.
I think that would be the only reason why it wouldn't work. Because they're both amazing. So how do you recreate that? Like those people, like those characters would be played by people that are younger than us,
right?
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like it. Now that we're talking about
you heard it first. Dave does not like it.
No. Right on, dude. That's
awesome, dude.
Solid lineup. I like it.
That is solid, man. That's I
can't believe you didn't have one Simpsons though.
I know. That's what I was just gonna say.
I know. I was gonna do Simpsons, but I love them all, man. There's not one thing in here that I could say. We could do a little looky look. There's not one thing in here I would say is my favorite.
We could always do like later on a top 5 Simpsons for you too.
I mean, my bootlegs.
The bootlegs are awesome.
My 90s record albums, Simpsons. Those are awesome.
I love it. Yeah, we'll definitely put that on the chopping block. Let's Boston Mike's top 5 Simpsons.
Or Dave, we just go over there, me, you, and Mike, and knock it out.
Yeah, that's true. We can just do that version of it. Oh yeah. Why don't we? Yeah, that makes so much more sense. Just to show off your entire collection from a different viewpoint. Maybe we could do that like really, really soon. So You guys heard it.
Stay tuned.
Do another video with Boston Mike and show off that Simpsons collection.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, Mike, where can people find
Thank
you? Where can people?
Target Texas if you want. Come on down. We'll throw down. I'm always on your channel. I'm here, there. I'm on Whatnot. Listen.
Yeah, Whatnot. What's your Whatnot?
Boston Mike. I forgot. Emily.
Boston Mike 3 on the Whatnot. Follow him. He does 1 to 2 shows a week.
On your channel. I'm just little spots here and there, you know.
Yeah.
You're also on Instagram, and I think you post every 6 months.
Yep.
She's trying to. The algorithm is trying to get better at it. I'm horrible at it, man. Like the ADD, man. All I want to focus on is finding the toys, hunting the toys, giving my toys to my buddies and stuff like we talked about for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a battle. It's a battle, but we'll have everything down below for Boston Mike. The Whatnot though, like
check it out.
Watching right now, and you collect toys, you would seriously have to follow Boston Mike on Whatnot.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
There's it's so the way I see, like with Mike's and a lot of our auctions, it's like quality and deals every time.
Yeah.
It's just the deals are there. You could hop into any Whatnot auction, and it's not always going to be that case. But Mike comes with quality figures and
variety.
Yeah, a good variety and insane deals.
Yeah.
So you're silly if you don't.
It.
Honestly.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that will
Thanks
wrap
for having me.
For top 5. We'll see you on the flip.
Peace.
Manifest.